Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Point Spread here at fantasypoints.com. For Tom, I'm going to start referring to our live viewers of the Point Spread as the digits.
The digits.
Like,
dozens before.
I think I think it's below dozens right now. People are leaving work. We got comments.
They can listen to the podcast. They just don't get to see me drinking my 2 big beers right now.
Oh, that is a huge
the Yingling Hershey Porter.
right
there.
That's back. When did
it's back, baby. I got a 6-pack yesterday, and I'm enjoying it.
So Yingling, everybody knows, it's Pennsylvania beer, America's oldest brewery. They say. I don't know how justifiable that claim is, but that's what they say. I like a good Yingling lager. Like I can put them away. But their other lines, Tom, I think are hit or miss.
Oh, for sure. Lord Chesterfield. That's our buddy loves Lord Chesterfield.
Oh, and he likes some shit beer. And
yes.
he likes like Jenny Cream Ale.
The most disgusting shit.
You remember? So wait a minute. So we went to the mountains one time. He used to have a cabin out in the mountains. And look, guys, let me tell you something. To find this cabin, now maybe I'm an indoor person, okay? But to find this cabin, our buddy was driving in from Pittsburgh, and we literally on the GPS we had to put in coordinates. Like there was no address.
Yeah, because there was no address for this place.
It's coordinates. That's where I left half my elbow, by the way, if you could see that. I still have half my elbow on Smith Valley Road in Huntington, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, go look that up, people.
But anyway, our buddy, we brought cases of Jenny Light to the cabin.
Yeah,
but it wasn't Jenny. Tom, I don't think I've ever had a Jenny Cream Ale. And
God, Jenny Cream Ale, that was like the only case of beer I've never finished. I started it, and I'm like, oh, this stuff is fucking horrendous. I drank like 10 beers of it. I'm like muscling them down. I'm like, why am I doing this? I am out. I am throwing these out. I don't want them anymore. Only case of beer I've never finished. So don't try Jenny Cream Ale.
Our buddy who had the cabin loves shitty beer. And I think he likes good beer too, but I think he takes a pride in drinking like shitty beers. But even he said, what did Yingling come out with like 2 years ago? It was like a wheat beer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He said, "Do not drink this."
Yeah. But they put out this porter though, and it is fantastic. I highly recommend it.
Hershey's porter is delicious. It is phenomenal. Yes. I had some down here in South Carolina last year. Hopefully, I can find it again. Anyway, welcome to the Point Spread. Tom and I are talking beer. I'm still updating.
It's a Friday night. We gotta talk beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up Ted Lasso here.
Man. Just saw Trey Lance's rushing prop come out. It's 40.5. Go hit that right now before it's 55.5.
Well,
I need to put that in the article here right now.
Well, Tom, after my fat finger bet did not hit last night.
Oh no. Tell the people. Oh, no.
So yeah, I was betting Freddie Swain, and I was gonna bet a player prop, and put a few bucks on the prop. And yeah, what happens? I put about 10 times more on the prop than I had intended. And it
oops, you put an extra digit in there.
Yeah.
Let's say.
So unfortunately, Tom, I'm gonna have fortunately my wife's like, what do you do with the money in there? And I'm like, well,
wait it until I lose
it. That's what I do. I mean, that's what I do.
That's why I do like the stateside books now. Like anytime I win something, I'm like, oh, I'll just pull some of that out, because the offshore, it's kind of like there's like a process. They gotta take
Bovada is pretty good about it.
Okay.
Bovada was easy. I didn't have to sign my life away for that.
Good.
Yeah, so I didn't have to sign my life away for Bovada, but yeah, I just I gave them a lot of money back. So that one hurt. But all right, Tom, I'm going to let's talk first Jets Falcons. But you said the Trey Lance prop. What is it? 40.5?
40.5.
You're like, you want that.
I am hammering that right now. I am gonna put that up on the content manager as we do this. I'm trying to get it up on the site, but Yeah, 40.5. I think John has him projected for 60 to 65 yards, I think. Or
fuck you. Bovada doesn't even have the goddamn game on the board.
well, I mean, I've been waiting for that line. I was curious to see what that line was going to be, and then now that he's finally been announced, they finally put it up here.
Yeah, so Bovada is hard to beat, and then I mean that was my mistake, but I was like, let's see what goes on, and nope, unfortunately for Dolan, a loss for Freddie.
Frederick Swain did not come through for you.
Well, also, although Gino didn't play all that bad,
he played fucking great.
I mean,
Lockett fell down. I mean,
once he left, I was like, oh boy, there's no way this hits. All right, Tom. Jets and Falcons. Jets are catching 2.5 in London across the pond. Over under of 45. What's your read on this game? Remember, the Falcons will not have Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is out with a personal issue. Meanwhile, Tom, and I think I'm going to talk about this when it comes to props. The Falcons are down their top 2 slot corners.
Yeah, that doesn't sound pretty good. That doesn't sound good at all for them. I was looking at Crowder's props because I knew Oliver was already out, and his stuff was pretty jacked up, though. It was like 55 yards, 4.5 catches. Like, we are going to get Elijah Moore back in here. Keelan Cole's getting mixed in, so I was a little hesitant. And
I'm showing you DraftKings has 54.5 yards. I'm showing 50.5.
Oh, wow. It dropped down then, I guess, apparently. Because
DraftKings, I've got that at Bovada.
Oh, yeah. DraftKings was at 54.5.
All right, I'll take the 50.5. All right.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, this was a 3.5 point line. Yeah, and we've gotten a bunch of injuries on the Falcon side. Oh, injuries, people out, missing the game or whatever. I got down on this on 3. I think those are probably long gone. I I put that up yesterday afternoon. They were up this morning and into the early afternoon, and the money has been coming in here. I'm even looking at I might get back to 3. I'm like, there's some minus 120s on the 2.5. So there's a chance. I see BetMGM still has a 3. So if you like the Jets side with me, you can still get it here. I think that might settle in at 2.5 though. So I wouldn't dilly-dally around on that one.
I liked it. Yeah.
So in terms of props, I didn't really see anything I was too interested in. I was looking at Michael Carter unders, like his number's pretty high. It was like 45.5, 46.5. Didn't quite get there on anything though. Crowder's, I was looking at it, it was 54.5. I thought it was a pretty good line. I didn't, and his receptions, I think we're at 4.5. So it didn't see, I was hoping it would come in a little bit lower, but
yeah, I see 4.5, 160, which is,
yeah.
I mean, I still like, if I'm playing, I'm laying the juice, but
yeah, and that's, I mean, but when we're laying that much juice on a prop, it's just not worth it. I mean, I think he gets there, but then you build it. And Crowder gets hurt all the time. Like, yeah, he aggravates that groin injury again, and you're cursing yourself. So, yeah, minus 160. There's just no value in that.
I got the 50.5 at minus 110. So
okay, I like that a lot.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a little more. I was hoping it would come in, in that 48.5, 47. That's probably where it would fire. I think he's good for about 55 to 60, but. Yeah, when it's sitting at 54.5, there's just not a lot of cushion there.
Philadelphia, Carolina, Eagles catching 3 on the road, over under a 45.5. And Tom, to me, this is a weird game because Carolina beat up on some nobodies.
Yeah.
And Philly is coming off essentially playing 2 of the 5 best offenses in football. Could the Eagles be hitting could the Eagles be hitting maybe a little bit of a better matchup here coming in against Carolina, or was Carolina as good as they looked in those first 3 games? I think there's been money coming in on the Eagles, though. I think
there definitely has been. I've actually been kind of surprised. I mean, I think the Eagles are still a little bit banged up, or I mean, not another personal matter. I know Lane Johnson's out of the game. They have some other injuries. Is Mailata playing, or
Mailata's playing? So here's what I think is going to happen. I think Mailata's going to play right tackle.
Yeah,
because Dillard's actually been pretty good at left tackle. But Dillard, when that guy, if he moves anywhere from left tackle, he's basically like you and me out there. I mean, but so I think they're going to play Mailata. How unbelievable is that, by the way? Mailata didn't play a down of professional football until last year. And then all of a sudden they trust him to switch positions more than Andre Dillard, who was a first-round pick. I
mean, some guys are just, I guess maybe he's the more natural athlete though, too. I mean, we've talked a little, we've heard a little bit about Penny Sewell, like maybe it just doesn't, I don't know, for whatever reason, just doesn't click with everybody. But yeah, this game, this is another one I don't have a lot of opinions on. I mean, I think basically what you're saying, Joe, because I